What's up, y'all? Today I'm gonna be eating some Little Caesars. No, I ain't talking about no Little Scissors. I haven't picked myself up some Little Caesars in well over a decade. If I had to estimate, it's somewhere in between 12 and 15 years. But it was a crucial component to my survival back in the day. I'm telling you what. Right off the bat, the smell is just bringing back so many memories. I remember the feeling I got when I walk in there, pay $5 and get a hot and ready pizza that, for the speed and the price, I think is still one of the best deals of all time. I don't know if that deal is still going on, probably not. But we got 4 pizzas here. Actually, there's only 2 different pizzas, but there's some crazy deal going on. So we'll be putting these over here. But they won't go to waste. I actually have a friend coming down who's staying with us for probably 4 days or so. So those will get eaten for sure. Now, what kind of pizzas do I have, you might be asking? One, pepperoni extreme, and we got a tuna delight over here. This, I will say, while I won't say it's like very Spanish, I will say that every time I go to a mart and look at the frozen pizza section, there's always tuna pizzas over here. I've had my first tuna pizza, frozen pizza, at here in Spain a few days ago. It's pretty good. And this was like at the top of the list on the Uber thing, so I'm like, maybe it is a thing over here. Let's try that as well. We got some crazy bread and we got some cheesy bread as well. And all this food, including these duplicates right here, cost me 60 bucks. So that's kind of a hefty price, but to me, this will definitely be worth it. Let's see what we're working with, man. Okay, looking different than I remember. There, I cannot lie. Obviously, this one is looking, I've never seen a Little Caesar pizza looking like this before. This has got tuna, olives, onions, but the pepperoni is looking different too. I'm not sure if these are hot and readies or if those are a separate category. So this is definitively different than I had it in my mind's eye from my memory. I don't know if it is a Spanish thing, or if they just changed the recipe all around the world. I don't know how many, different countries Little Caesars is in. It might look different just over the years. Like I said, I haven't had this, haven't caught me one of these in a long time. That bottom is looking way different. I don't even know if this is gonna be the same experience at all. I mean, it does smell similar, but we'll see, man. And here is the tuna pizza. That's a decent looking pizza, man. Don't sleep on tuna pizza until you've had it. Trust me on that. This one might be bogus, but the one I had, frozen pizza, was actually pretty fire. Here's the cheesy bread. Did they cut this one? I don't think I've ever had this. Yeah, kind of. Some marinara or something over here. Those little scissors. And the crazy bread right here. There it is, again, right on time. All right. Let's get into it. Gotta start off with the pepperoni. Feels very different. I think it's definitely smaller than the ones that I was used to. There's no size options over here. Like I said, the crust is looking so much different. The one that I remember had a bunch of cornmeal on the bottom. This one's, it's almost like the bottom of a pan pizza, and it's kind of wet. And yeah, I don't know, it's just different. But how does it taste? Oh man. That's crazy. Oh. I was getting pulled back there for a second. That's really weird. Because if you blindfolded me and I could get the wafts and I got a bite of it and I got to taste it, I'm like, that's like Little C's. But it's definitely not Little Caesars, is what I would say, not knowing. Because it is the same but different, if that makes any sense. For one, I don't remember it being that greasy, but maybe it was. And there's definitely different elements about this that are like obviously different, but the overall flavor is the same. That's what's curious to me. What is it that gives it that unique Little Caesars characteristic that even when you do change the crust and maybe some other things, that I can immediately think of Little Caesars. Is it the sauce? I don't know. But it's still hot and cheesy, pepperoni-y. The bread, the dough is almost like a bread, almost like a fried bread. Good texture, good flavor. I'm happy right now. What can I say? Man, you know, I had the world's third best pizza the other day. But sometimes, you know, you'd prefer something like this. I'm not saying this is better, but sometimes it just hits that spot just as well. Okay, let me show you this. This is interesting. There's the grease spot on the pepperoni, extreme under the two slices that I had. If you pan over to the underbelly of this tuna pizza, what? Okay, yeah, there's still some there, but it's very different. I mean, that's a stark difference. I wonder what happened there, but yeah, let's try Little Caesars tuna delight with black olives and onions. I'm telling you, do not sleep. Tunas and olives. And black olives and onions and cheese. Tomato sauce. Yeah, I don't think I've ever even thought about a tuna pizza when I lived in the States. I don't think I've ever even heard of a tuna pizza ever. Like, I don't think I've ever seen it on a menu or nothing. Until like 5 days ago. Or it's been like 2 weeks. Time's been flying. But yeah, since I landed in Spain and went to the grocery store, I could see this being not for everybody, but if you like all the ingredients on this, if you like, you know, I was saying people who don't like olives, obviously you're not gonna like this. But if you like canned tuna, you like olives and onions and stuff, you might think it's a weird topping to put on pizza, but it's weirdly not weird. It's like just works. Significant difference in the texture. I think the grease factor is playing a huge role in that. I'm baffled. I'm honestly baffled. I've never seen something like that before. I don't know why this one would have like 10 times the grease. You know, the pepperonis obviously are producing something, but does that like melt right through the bottom, through the cheese, through the sauce, and through the crust to below the crust? Is that what's going on? I don't know. I'm a little hyped right now. I'm a little hyped. Can't even lie. Let's try this cheese bread. I said, never had this. I'm loving the look of it though, the kind of burnt frico cheese crust. I'll get a little dip. Yeah. Man, I'm really trying to think of how to describe this. Maybe not this. This is actually kind of next level in some ways, but this cheesy bread, this pepperoni pizza so far has been hitting me like a way where it's like, you know that pizza when you were like a little kid and you went to the big place for your birthday? Like the Aladdin's castle or circus video. That's what we had. And like the pizza that they would serve up there. Those vibes. And you're probably thinking, that sounds pretty crap, but in the best possible way. I mean, when you're 5 years old, you don't care about, and this is like a really, really bad pizza, or had some weird toppings on it, like, you probably wouldn't maybe go for this as when you're 5 years old, or if it's got too many vegetables or whatever. But now I think about it, as a kid, I don't think I've ever complained about just like a cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza. I don't think that's a thing. It's like the pizza, it's got almost like a cafeteria flavor. Like a cafeteria vibe. But in the best possible way. What I'm trying to say is this is just bringing me straight back through memory lane, man. Little Caesars. I do have one singular vivid memory of myself eating hot and ready in my parents' house in the spare bedroom. This probably was the last time I had it, to be honest with you. And they were out for the night, so I was probably 21, 20. Sad, living a sad life. I just go out to Little Caesars, get myself hot and ready, come back, and I was binge watching this show called Internet Icon on YouTube. Ryan Higa as one of the hosts of it. And I was loving it. And I was like, man, if you don't know what the show, it's kind of like, it's like this, like American Idol type of series online. But instead of like singing, it was like being a content creator, YouTuber, I guess. And I was just watching that, like, man, that's my dream. That's my dream. So, out here living the dream, man. I don't want to get too weird with it, but thank y'all. I'm 100% sober, by the way. So, yeah. This one's just hitting me different. All right. Oh, we still have some crazy bread left to try. Definitely gotta dip it. Real talk, I remember this being more crazy. This one was a little bit, I don't want to say bland, but maybe it was always like this. I just do remember it being more intense. A little bit more insane. And honestly, I would pick this over these. Or just go without it, It's so wild now that I think about it, because breadsticks at pizza places aren't a thing in Korea, so I just never get breadsticks. But, you're eating a pizza with a built-in breadstick around the whole circumference of the damn pizza. I do love breadsticks, though. No hate. But here's what I would hate on. I wonder if there's anyone out here like this who would, people who don't eat the crust. Okay, fair enough. But if you don't eat the crust, but then you're eating breadsticks, I bet you there's like at least a handful of people out there who do that. Don't cross paths with me, man. I'm just kidding. gonna have a lot of pizza. This is, now that I think about it, this is actually perfect timing because, like I said, got a buddy coming down from Sunday to Thursday, so perfect timing. I'm gonna have one more. No, I was gonna do half and half. I've done half pep, half tuna. I'm gonna go for one more pep instead. This is what I'm feeling the most right now, to be honest with you. Whoa. This is what I'm vibing with by far the most. Have you ever seen a pizza rip like that? Oh, it's strange. All right, one more. This would be what? 9 slices. That's not bad. That's one thing I do remember. I would always take a full hot and ready to the face. Would never leave any left over ever. I'll tell you what, before I ordered this, I was feeling like, kind of lazy, like a bump on a log, but once that delivery came, I saw the color on those boxes, such a specific orange color, and the smells came wafting in. It immediately changed my mood, and yeah, this is a good one for me. All right, man. I think that's about it for this video. I'm about to get out of here real quick, but thanks for watching. I blacked out, so hopefully this footage is okay. But yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.